Greetings, loved ones. And we're back recording Don't Die, Dave. And I started writing Don't Die, Dave about the time I got to Dungeon Crawler Carl number 3. And the reason I started writing when I got to Dungeon Crawler Carl number 3 was because I found myself wanting to come back to that voice of what Dinneman had put together over and over and over again. And I would be reading some book that somebody recommended, and I'd be like, oh, well, this is pretty good. But at the same time, And so it's that magnetism that's built into that book that made me want to give it a shot. And in addition, it's a really fun thing for me to do because not taking the prose as being the number one thing that I'm supposed to be doing and just going with, hey, let's make a story, is a good challenge for me. And in all honesty, Dungeon Crawler Carl gave me the permission to be crazy in a way that I did not know that people would let you be crazy. So thanks to Matt for that. I appreciate it. We have our tea for the audiobook. And the difference between an amateur and a professional is not just getting paid, it is showing up and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. So that's what I'm doing night after night. Showing up and doing the work even though I don't feel like it, because I hardly ever feel like recording audiobooks. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. All right, we are in Don't Die, Dave, chapter 13. And here we go. Chapter 13, Trash Tactics. Trash Tactics. I'm not sure if I sleep, but I know I'm not conscious for the whole 12 hours we wait outside the safe room. I'm not sure if I sleep, but I know I'm not conscious for the whole 12 hours we wait outside the safe room. At least, I'm not aware I'm conscious. It's hard to tell the difference. It's hard to tell the difference. It's hard to tell the difference. Maybe I sleep. Maybe they just turned my brain off in the hospital. I know I don't dream. One more thing they took from me. Even in a fugue state, there's not enough to occupy my time. My little A-team build with Pepper was remarkably easy. It didn't even take the whole theme song to complete. I saw my Wile E. Coyote bonus blink out. Apparently, somebody passed my fall record. I opened my Skin to Win cosmetic and upgraded to an actual pair of pants and a ratty shirt that looks like it used to be a color but isn't anymore. After that, I just wait. As I sit on the edge of the cliff staring at the rift storm on the horizon, I wonder what happens when the world ends. Do they unplug all the living legends? Let us die? Wake us up? What kind of decision would human asset make for patients under their care? Probably sell our corpses for a profit. By the end of the month, I could be a bag of red mulch. Only $2.99. Only $2.99 at Home Depot. Weapons of Ass Destruction, WAD, emerges from the safe room. Anna, who has been folded in lotus position most of the night, is waiting for them outside the door. Pepper and I stay out of sight, not wanting to get gunned down for fun. I get the feeling Anna would have done the same if our guys had come out first. She shares a few brief words with WAD and they take off into the woods. She doesn't acknowledge Pepper or me at all. She doesn't acknowledge Pepper or me at all. She just disappears up the hill with her squad. It takes about 2 minutes for the streaks of rainbow light to ignite the jungle. The Nyanmite cats are back. I watch their light trails carefully, following their patterns of attack. An explosion goes off in the jungle. There's a bloop blip, replaced with sound effect. And the WAD who just got blown up rematerialized, and the WAD who just got blown up rematerializes in front of the safe house door. God damn grenade cats! Another explosion goes off, then 6 more. Another two WADs respawn by the door. There's a lot of those things. The WADs take up off the hill back into the fight. At least they're trying. At least they're trying. At least they're trying. Our guys haven't even shown up. Pepper cocks her head. Maybe they're taking a nap. Maybe they ran out of Adderall. Blip blip effect. The train wreck bros crash through the door like they're late to a free pizza dinner. The train wreck bros crash through the door like they're late to a free pizza dinner. They screwed us! 15 whole minutes, man. One of them, Bromeo, whines. They locked us out for a whole extra 15 minutes. I don't know what they're talking about, but I get the idea that the two teams agreed to lock each other out of the quest so they could go to school or sleep or jerk off or whatever they do for 12 hours and meet back here to duke it out to the top. But the WADs pulled some paid upgrade shenanigans. To get a jump on the quest. Not that I give a thin fart. I stand up from my rock, lit perfectly by the sun, ready to sell my plan. Empathy engine. Suggested dialogue. Morning, fellers. I got a crick in my back last night, but I'm raring to go. It doesn't matter if they went first. 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 I try to look like an American badass, like Clint Eastwood had a baby with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Chuck Norris. They're getting the hell kicked out of them. They're dead meat. Lucky for you, you've got me. Lucky for you, you've got me. My moment is ruined as a WAD respawns at the doorway. Ah, shit! Those assholes are already here! Some of my tough guy vibe must have rubbed off. The train wreck bros raise their guns and mow down the WAD with 1,000 bullets. It doesn't do anything to him. It's a no PvP zone. So he just runs away up the hill. Save your ammo! I shout, getting their attention. Anna's naive, but she's not totally wrong. If I put enough alpha dog energy If I put off enough alpha dog energy, these kids, these kids might fall in line. These clowns have been doing it all wrong. I decide to repeat my primo line. But you guys are lucky. You got me. Shut up, bum. We're totally OP. I got me a flamethrower. Brocodile brandishes the gleaming weapon. I'm gonna light those pussies up. I'm gonna light those pussies up. We're not hunting for kittens. Let the other team do that. We're after a dragon. You mad bro eyes me, curious. What do you got in mind, old man? Meet your path to victory. I pull aside the tarp. Every A-team build needs a reveal tarp. And expose my solution to the Nyanmite cats. I got the idea from the garbage balls I removed from the bunkers below. Mobile and impossible to see through, they make a perfect place to hide inside. Pepper and I combined 10 of them together to make something awesome. Although, admittedly, the name the AI gave it could use a little help. Burp, professional. Although, admittedly, the name the AI gave it could use some help. Hot Garbage Hide! The ultimate in jungle camouflage! The ultimate in jungle camouflage! This mobile hunter hide increases your stealth by 5. This mobile hunter hide increases your stealth by 500% while moving at half speed. Max capacity 8. I'm not hiding in hot garbage, Brocodile yells. That's bullshit, man. I say we bum rush the cats. Do you want to get blown up like the WADs? Spend your credits on respawns? I turn to you, mad bro. He's the leader. If I'm going to win these idiots over, I have to make him my beta. Or do you want to win the Dragon That Wouldn't Die quest, claim that Primo Dragon Slayer badge, and get that motherfucking treasure? He stares me. And get that motherfucking treasure. He stares me down. I don't blink. Nobody says anything. You mad bro sets his jaw and turns to the bros. Get in the fucking hobo dumpster. Minutes later, we move our way up the mountain, hidden inside our mobile hide, camouflaged by garbage balls. We watch WADs get blown to smithereens by rainbow cats. The carnage is incredible. Half the mountain is on fire, cratered with smoking holes. We watch one of the WADs fire a wand full of magic missiles into a pack of cats before he goes kaboom. The Nyanmite cats ignore us. The Nyanmite cats ignore us. We're completely disguised as long as we go slow. It's crowded, uncomfortable, and I've got bros on my toes, but it works. And that's not all. And that's not all my little contraption is good for. Drone camera flies are everywhere, filming the carnage for Rift Talk or whatever it's called. But no cameras come looking for us. They know we're here, no doubt. But we're not giving them anything worth filming. Who wants to see the inside of a garbage ball? That makes me happier than anything else about this little caper. That makes me happier than anything else about this little caper. I may have to earn a hype score to keep my breathing tubes going, but I don't have to dance like a monkey to do it. But I don't have to dance like a monkey to do it. But I don't have to dance like a monkey to do it. Even better, we're going to win. We're gonna win. While the WADs are going big, making a scene, blowing up everything in sight, and creating great footage, we're pulling a tortoise act. We're pulling a tortoise act. Slow and steady wins the race. Halfway up to the dragon's lair, we discover Anna hidden behind a giant tree, gazing downhill through a pair of binoculars, whispering orders into her comms. Stay on the left side. Stay off the left side. They're too condensed there. Stay right. Stay right. You mad bro aims his gun at her. I grab the barrel and jerk it away. What'd you do that for? He hisses. What'd you do that for? He hisses. I can cap her. You don't know the secret of the living legends? He blinks. What secret? Brocodile, not crocodile. There's another. Amazing what you find. Brocodile and Bromeo lean in, curious. Yeah, what secret? Yeah, what secret? I have no idea what friggin' secret. But I'm not gonna let these teenage morons go around killing car crash victims and cancer patients. Make sure that's tight. It's bad luck. You mad bro blows his lips. Whatever. I swear. I hold up my hand like a Boy Scout. They dock you 500 luck points if you kill a living legend. Luck points? This game doesn't even have luck points. I whisper like I'm trying to make sure the AI can't hear. I whisper like I'm trying to make sure the AI can't hear. It's hidden in the game. At that, the bros lean forward, dying to know the secret ways of Riftborn. I lean in conspiratorially. An invisible part of your character sheet profile. An invisible part of your character profile. A back-end code. That's why you guys got a living legend who can spot traps for this mission. You've got high luck scores. But kill an LL? I shake my head like the very idea of killing a legend. I shake my head like the very idea of killing a living legend is worse than throwing away a rabbit's foot, a 4-leaf clover, and a horseshoe, while breaking a mirror with a black cat. is worse than throwing away a rabbit's foot, a four-leaf clover, and a horseshoe. Is worse than throwing away a rabbit's foot, a four-leaf is worse than throwing away a rabbit's foot, a four-leaf clover, and a horseshoe, while breaking a mirror with a black cat. Keep that gap tight. You're toast. You're toast, bro. Romeo blinks. Is that true? Is that true? It has to be. Pepper chirps. He just said it. He just said it. He just said it. He just said it. Whoa. 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 Combine all three of those together. They all intone softly. Conspiracy theories go a long way with 14-year-olds. They're stupid and violent, but they're gullible as hell. They're stupid and violent, but they're gullible as hell. You mad bro holsters his piece. Okay. I won't kill their living legend for now. Let's go. We move up the hill, leaving behind Anna S., the WADs, and the vid. We move up the hill, leaving behind Anna S., the WADs, the vid drones, and the murder cats of Hamburger Hill. You did a thing! Congratulations! You managed to sneak through enemy lines undetected, using an improvised gizmo. Emergent gameplay payday. 1,000 XP, 50,000 gold. Great, just what I need, more gold. You did another thing. You did another thing. You did another thing. You did another thing. You solved the challenge without killing any. You solved the challenge without killing any NPCs or mobs. No kill solution +1. No kill solution +1. When we get within sight of the entrance to Lernaean. When we get within sight of the entrance to Lernaean's cave, the bros run out of patience. They abandon the habitat and make a run for it. Wait! God, you're such a pussy. Time to move, dumb guy. Time to move, dumb guy. The player, named Brocephus, looks satisfied with his insult and heads for the cave. Part of me hope he gets blasted by. Looks satisfied with his insult and heads for the cave. Part of me hope he gets blasted by cats, but it doesn't happen. Apparently, they don't come this close to the dragon's lair. Right. We have to fight a dragon now. The entrance to the dragon's cave looks exactly like you would expect in any video game. Right down to the open mouth that looks like a dragon, the stone teeth, and the wisps of mysterious smoke curling from the cave mouth. The Maw of Lernaean. the Maw of Lernaean. This is your last chance to turn back. What waits inside is a creature out of legend, an undying monster that will roast you alive and pick its teeth with your bones. But don't let me stop you. It's your life. But don't let me stop you. It's your life. Warning. Warning. Let's see. I shouldn't switch voices there. Warning. This is an exotic mountain boss. Once you pass the maw, the cave will shut, and you will not be able to escape. Players who die in the cave cannot return for another chance. Once you are Dragon Chow, you will be forced to watch. You will be forced to watch someone else win the boss fight while you cry on your Cheeto-stained couch. Proceed wisely. This is your one and only opportunity to defeat the dragon who would not die. Pause. Beep bop boop. Wassig? Okay, why not? That's so funny. Hi, says Maria. Jesus Christ is king. Agreed. Soledad, they took your lashes. They took your lashes. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Green Beret. Andy, glad I can be catching one of these. Hey, it's Medic. Medic's always very nice to me. I think part of the reason Medic actually likes the Blackjack books is because they're medically based. Holy crap, it's Jim Grooby. I love you, Jim Grooby. Case and I are enjoying watching the process. Jim, you should not be wasting your time. Oh, Jim Grooby was a friend of mine way back when. Wizardry. And by the way, Jim, there is a Knight of Diamonds reference in Don't Die Dave, book 2. So that's for you, actually. Seriously. I haven't been able to get Wizardry itself in yet, but Knight of Diamonds is definitely in there. And then actually the encounter that's coming after this one was partially based on our Wizardry sessions because I wasn't, creative enough to do anything other than just play like a Lord of the Rings party. So I had an Aragorn, a Gandalf, a Boromir, whatever, a Frodo, a Legolas, a Gimli in last place. It's that or helping with 6th grade math. No one could help me with math. We just kind of, spackled over the holes and pretended like I could pass the class. Although I will say Mr. Lind, Denny Lind, there's a throwback for you. Best teacher I ever had. Fred Klein was the best teacher that I ever had in English because I loved him and he made it tons of fun and he really challenged us. But Denny Lind is the best math teacher because he made me work and want to succeed in a class that I have no interest in whatsoever. And I wound up with 2 A- in that class. That's the proudest grade I ever got. Jim Grooby. Man, he had this book that was all of the Lord of the Rings names, like the Silmarillion, but broken down into proper nouns. Jim Grooby. Hugs and love, man. All right, here we go. All right, what am I going to do for Princess Daphne? I don't think it's worth putting an effect on this. Maybe we throw the pitch up, but I think I'm just going to have to fake it. comes a pitiful woman's voice. Help me! Sweet Princess Poontang! You mad bro charges into the cave. Wait, we need a plan for... But they're gone. Charging headlong into the cave that drips with dragon teeth stalactites. Charging headlong into a cave that drips with dragon teeth Charging headlong into the cave that drips with dragon teeth stalactites. Has snakes crawling all over the walls and is littered with the charred skeletons of dead adventurers. The bros galump towards certain death like it's a gangbang. The bros galump towards certain death like it's a gangbang. Without a single thought for what the hell they're doing. We have to go rescue that poor woman, Pepper squeaks. The princess is in trouble. She's not even real. I bark. Empathy engine. Don't split the party. Separation from your assigned teammates may result in immediate loss of coverage. Stay close, stay valuable, stay healthy. Stay healthy. Hell's bells. Okay, let's Leroy Jenkins this thing. I run into the dragon's maw. Somewhere behind me, I hear the sound of rumbling rock, and I watch the cave mouth close like a snake's jaw. You are now trapped inside the maw of Lernaean. The only way out is to win or die. Totally your choice. Me. The princess repeats somewhere up ahead, and I swear they're using the same voiceover actress who did Princess Daphne's voice in Dragon's Lair. Save me! That's as close as I'm ever going to get. So there you go. Thank you, Hot Tea. You're my hero. I creep into the cave and see an elaborate stage piece with a gigantic altar made of carved stone, covered in snake heads and weird hieroglyphics. There's a big ancient Greek mosaic on the wall with a big strong man painted on it. Probably Hercules. There are also a lot of Greek pots all over the place with paintings of nude men. We can't do the edit and timing in the edit. There are also a lot of Greek pots all over the place with paintings of nude men, let's say wrestling. It's a weird design choice for a dragon's lair, and it feels like it would be more at home in Clash of the Titans than a medieval dungeon. Swing and a miss for the set designer. See, Jim Groby shows up. I got Clash of the Titans. I'll throw in Krull. It's Gen X abounds, baby. Suspended between two stone serpent fangs is Princess Penelope VII. She's dressed exactly how a teenage boy would want. A white dress slid up to her belt that exposes most of her legs, and a white dress slid up to her belt that exposes most of her legs, and a tight, gauzy top that somehow manages to offer cleavage on the top and bottom. and a tight, gauzy top that somehow manages to offer cleavage on the top and bottom of her tremendously large and gravity-defying breasts. Oh, I'll try it again. Save me! Wow, hey, Princess Daphne. The bros climb the dais, racing to get to her first. Wait! I yell. I've seen this setup 100 times. The moment they untie her, the dragon is going to show up. And kill us all. Especially me. We need a plan. My A-team skills include a bunch of teamwork buffs, including Plan Comes Together and Hannibal's Gambit. These are going to get italicized because it is clearer for the reader, and making them think less is the point of the story. My A-team skills include a bunch of teamwork buffs, including Plan Comes Together and Hannibal's Gambit. But I've never used any of them, and I don't know how they work. If we could just take a second to think, we can... Bromeo. I'm gonna get all rizzy in her biz. Bromeo pumps his hips behind the princess. Yeah, get some! He reaches for the ropes that bind her. The moment he touches them, the cave explodes in epic music. Megalovania. Undertale. Toby Fox. 2015. Okay, so in the book, we indicate music with actual musical notes. The audiobook, that won't work. Music, song. Theme song. Soundtrack. Megalovania. Undertale. Toby Fox 2015. The walls flash into flames, and the cave is suddenly swarmed with drone flies, drawn by the promise of gruesome death. Final deathmatch! Lernaean! Hey, Jim, let's see if you know this one. One of the smartest guys I've ever met. Does he recognize the word Lernaean without context? Let's find out. Lernaean! Exotic mountain boss! More muscular than an elephant on steroids. Lernaean has been alive for hundreds of years. Surviving on the blood of princesses. Adventurers, and other dragons. Known as the dragon that cannot die. His flames are deadly. His bite is lethal. And his claw is eviscerating. Can't. Let's face it. You're shit out of luck. From the rear of the cave, a gigantic shadow rears up. its eyes burning with a purple flame that illuminates the cave walls and silhouettes a serpentine body. The dragon rears back its head and shrieks. Empathy engine. Hi there. That's way more fun than alert. Change. Hi there. You are about to be incinerated. Be sure to make a good final impression on your players by giving them a big thumbs up as you go. Make it look great for the camera. Remember, your death is someone else's entertainment. There's the entire premise of the book right there. Shit. All right, that's the end of chapter 13. Beep, 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 switch over. Save project. Once again, if you are planning on doing your own audiobook, you want to use the program called Audacity, DDD13. Save. It is cheap. It does everything that you need it to do. Excuse me for the snot. And you don't need to go any bigger than that. The microphone is a Blue Yeti. You don't need to go any bigger than that either. Oh, wow. Medic, Jim, 6th grade math. Return of Wordna twist and an ogre on Lyndon Klein. Yeah. Wordna is, okay, so in one of the original computer, I mean, we're in the Wayback Machine now. This is like 1983. There was a computer game called Wizardry, and you could go into the dungeon and go down 9 levels and fight increasingly more powerful monsters. And like, this is the stuff that we were raised on. And the main wizard in the dungeon was named Wordna. And I found out later that it's because the programmer's name was Andrew, and Wordna is Andrew spelled backwards. So if I ever need a pen name, it'll be Wordna. First 6 dragon bands. Move on to Rooker Flynn. Jim, if you're doing, if you're going to do key mark stuff, start with Blackjack. Both you and Case will love it. Rooker Flynn, it's a little bit darker. It's very much a prison break story. But I feel like you get more out of it if you read Legend of Blackjack. I've been told it's okay to read it without reading Legend of Blackjack. But I've also seen people be a little bit confused, and it's easier to invest in the characters if you have them from the very beginning. Why am I talking about that? Moving on. Chapter 14, all Greek to me. All right. That takes care of DDD 13. Audacity, new file. Please always record your chapters on individual files. That is how Audible wants them. Save project, that's fine. No point in chopping them up the wrong way. By the way, you'll notice lots and lots of mistakes on my part. All those get edited out in post. I've done it myself. I've had my editor do it. I've done combo plates. This time I am doing this as quickly as possible, so I'm just handing everything over to him because I got to get back to writing. And let's be honest, I've got a 40 chapter book. I'm probably going to wind up being 16 hours of audio, which means I'm going to record for probably 35 hours in order to get the entire book done. And that's about as much time as I can spend on an audiobook. However, if you haven't read Dungeon Crawler Carl, please do so. If you haven't listened to the audiobook, please do so. That's what we're going for. I'm not Jeff Hayes. I'm not as good a narrator as him. I never will be. However, providing the reader with an experience more than just a straightforward read is what we're going for. So I do the best that I can do with the performance, and then for all the different computer voices, we've got different filters. So it kind of wakes you up, but refocuses you while you're listening to the audiobook so you can keep track of where you are. And we figured out recently that doing a little tone pulse before, when we do a list, +1 strength, +1 agility, +1 all that stuff that lit RPG people love so much, putting in a tone before each one of those, just a little quiet thing, helps the audiobook listener realize they're listening to a list and kind of, okay, it's not just a boring stat sheet. It's a little bit more fun to listen to. All stuff you super care about. Okay. Chapter 14. All Greek to me. Lernaean is the size of an elephant. If an elephant had a neck longer than a telephone pole, and a head that breathes fire, and a head that breathes fire. You are under attack by an exotic mountain boss. Where does that fit in? Let's do game show host. You are under attack by an exotic mountain boss. The Trainwreck Bros go ape, hooting and hollering, an instant cacophony of Yo Bro Red Bull. An instant cacophony of Yo Bro Red Bull energy. Okay. The Trainwreck Bros go ape, hooting and hollering, an instant cacophony of Yo Bro Red Bull energy. Brocodile immediately runs straight at Lernaean. Brocodile immediately runs straight at Lernaean and yells, he's a little bit higher, Run the what? Run the 1v1! Run the 1v1! His gleaming new flamethrower flashes in his hands. Drone cameras reflect the light as the gas pilot flame ignites. Who wants the smoke? He pulls the trigger and the flamethrower vomits flames all over the monster. Lernaean just blinks at him. Did this idiot just try to kill a dragon with fire? Unharmed, Lernaean responds with its own flamethrower that blasts Brocodile like he's an ant in front of a fire hose. Party member dead. Party member eliminated. That is a consistency thing. I don't want dead. I want eliminated. Eliminated. Oh, it is dead. All right. Apparently I knew what I was doing. Party member dead. Party member dead. Brocodile eliminated. We need to kill this damn thing fast. But all I've got is an empty World War II rifle. At least it's got a bayonet. That'll help. That'll help. I down a can of spinach and feel my strength surge. Lernaean Dragonfire cooldown. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Pepper has meat missile. If I can get her up to 30 miles an hour, she'll blow that damn dragon to smithereens. Get over here! Brocephus yells like a kamikaze pilot and charges straight at the dragon. He whips out the biggest sword I've ever seen. One of those Final Fantasy Buster Blades that's bigger than he is. He chops at the dragon's neck. His sword goes right through it like a wet noodle. His sword goes right through it like a wet noodle. Decapitating Lernaean. The dragon's head hits the ground with a sickening. That's fine. Nice and tight between those in the gap. Well, that was easy. The train wreck bros really are overpowered. The bros high five and immediately start posing for selfies as camera drones buzz around them. Laser text flashes up behind them. Hashtag train wreck. Hashtag you mad bro. Hashtag big boy energy. As they stick their tongues out and leer at the camera, two tentacles slither from the dragon's severed neck. The wriggling new necks plump like ballpark franks. The wriggling new necks plump like ballpark franks in a microwave until both necks pop out a baby dragon head like they just gave birth. The heads get very big very fast. Fangs grow out of them. In 5 seconds, Lernaean is twice as dangerous as it began. Thing isn't a dragon. It's a hydra! I shout at the top of my lungs. Brocephus turns and yells at me. What? A hydra! Hydra? Brocephus yells back. Like in Captain America? My God, these kids are dumb. If you cut off one head, it grows. If you cut off one head, it grows two. Lernaean's two heads snap out, grab hold of either end of Brocephus, and rip him in half. Okay, I need to redo Brocephus's voice because he's the low register guy. Okay. What? Hydra? Like in Captain America? Ah, great, Grandpa. Thanks for telling me. Ah, great, Grandpa. Thanks for telling me. He shouts at me before his corpse hits the ground in two bloody chunks. Party member dead. Brocephus eliminated. That's why the set design included the Greek pottery. That's why the set design included the Greek pottery and the art of Hercules. If you can stitch those two together. Crossfade, I guess. I'll try it again. That's why the set design included the Greek pottery and the art of Hercules. It wasn't stupid, it was a clue. Whoever wrote this game gave us the hints about what was coming. Whoever wrote this game gave us hints about what was coming. Lernaean Lernaean was the island where the Hydra legend comes from. We'd only been a little smarter. If we'd only been a little smarter. If we'd only been a little smarter. I'll turn all the way over. Let's see how we capped out there. Oh, that's still too high. Yeah! A bro charges Lernaean with a scream, wielding a double-bladed battle axe that looks like it should be on a Conan the Barbarian cover. Conan, okay, that's how we do Barbarian. Flaming some kind of black antimatter as if it's possessed. Flaming some kind of black antimatter as if it's possessed by a rabid devil. Flaming some kind of black antimatter as if it's possessed by a rabid devil. I hold out my hand, panicked. No, stop! He chops his Conan blade through Lernaean. He chops his Conan blade through Lernaean's neck. Lernaean. He chops his Conan blade through Lernaean's neck, decapitating it. 3 seconds later, the damn thing has 3 heads, all of them hissing like a cappuccino maker on meth. Bro strikes at the next neck. Bro strikes at the next neck, severing it, then another. Stop chopping off its fucking heads! I holler at him. It's a Hydra! Don't you get it? Peeking out. Not awful. God, shut up, stupid hobo. God, shut up, stupid hobo. A bro shouts at me. I got this, no cap. Lernaean's new heads decapitate the bro somewhere. Lernaean's new heads decapitate the bro somewhere above the rib cage. Party member dead. Soho bro eliminated. Shit! Half my party is already dead, and we haven't done anything but make Lernaean stronger. Goldfish mode. Countered. Actually, let's do a negative sound in there. SFX. Countered. This psionic effect is ineffective against boss mobs. This psychic effect is ineffective against boss mobs. I see Pepper on the other side. of the room. Her eyes hot pink from her psi powers. Damn it, Cabbage Patch! You can't use goldfish mode against bosses! It told you that in the damn description. Need hot tea. Hot tea for me. I forgot. Pepper screams. I'm scared. God damn it. Bromeo screams and fires a machine gun at the Hydra. One of the heads collapses, dead. For a second, I think we might have actually found the solution. For a second, I think he might have actually found a solution. Then I see two little snake necks grow from each bullet hole. God damn it! This thing is going to grow a dozen more heads in a few seconds. And these idiots don't even understand how to stop it. I flick a burning barrel stave from Carl's cannonball cart into my hand. Leroy fucking Jenkins. Leroy fucking Jenkins. I charge at the Lernaean Hydra. I stab the burning stave into the wound where a snake neck was I stab the burning stave into a wound where the snake neck is growing. It shrieks and dies as I cauterize the hole, and the baby head falls to the ground in a twitching chunk. For a half second, I feel like Hercules. Then Lernaean's 3 big heads spin on me, ready to tear me to shreds. And I wish I had thought this through further. Pepper waddles into my line of sight. Yoo-hoo! Mr. Dragon! Mr. Dragon! Mr. Dragon! Mr. Dragon! I've got a special question for you. I've got a special question for you. I've got a special question for you. If you get it right, you get a special prize. 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 Her chalkboard flashes. Please solve the puzzle. 2 times x minus 5 to the second power plus the square root of x plus 9. The square root of x plus 9 equals what? Equals? Question mark. Okay. What the hell? She's going to get herself killed. I don't understand Pepper's Gambit until I see her eyes are glowing hot pink again. Head fake. Head fake. Pepper's aggro draw effect saves my ass. The Hydra is staring at the flashing algebra problem as if it were a baby puppy, utterly mesmerized. Saliva drools from its lips, as if the thing is trying to think, and failing, and failing. Go! Go! Pepper waves at me. Go! Go! I can't run. I will just deny the things you see. It will just delay the inevitable. Instead, I cauterize the next bullet hole. Lernaean flinches, but won't stop staring at the math problem, transfixed. I burn off the baby heads and cauterize every last one of them. After 30 seconds, the head fake wears off. When it does, the three remaining heads, the big ones, turn on me. Only one way out. Only one way out. I scream at the bros. Chop off the rest of its heads! You said we weren't supposed to do that! Yells a bro. Lernan's eyes stare at me like I'm a Denny's Grand Slam breakfast. I scream. Just kill! Jeez, dude, make up your mind. The bro with watermelon boobs produces a magic greatsword and hacks it through Lernan's neck. I block a bite attack with my shell shock and jam my last burning barrel stave into the neck hole before it can split into more heads. Bro chops off the second head, and I cauterize the stub. And as I cauterize the stub, my little torch goes out with a hiss. My little torch goes out with a hiss. My little torch goes out with a hiss. I'm nailed in the side. And it feels like an alligator just took a chunk out of my midsection. Lernan's final head jerks sideways. I see my guts spill all over the cave. Some on the floor, some on the floor, some on its teeth. I hit the ground as my HUD flashes an emergency red. Warning. 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 Health 1%. Whoa, wicked, dude! One of the bros shouts as I gurgle blood on the floor. Pepper screams. Head fake. Failed. Cool down 30 seconds. Pepper's mesmerist skill isn't going to work twice. The Hydra rears up to finish me off. It lunges an open mouth at me, and I bring up my shell shock shield. Its face rams into the Ulith egg. And bounces off like it just hit a brick wall. It doesn't matter. I can't move. I'm as good as dead. You mad bro leaps into the fray and chops the last head off with a silver katana. He spins, wipes the blade, dramatically shoves it back in its sheath, and strikes a pose for the cameras. Nobody tops you, mad bro! He doesn't burn the stump. Another baby Hydra head emerges behind him, growing rapidly. Another baby Hydra head emerges behind him, growing rapidly. Morons. They're all morons. They're all morons. I grab the last flaming item in my inventory, a burning pile of horse shit. I fling it at the thing. The baby Hydra head screams as it eats flaming crap. Fire burns it away. Lernaean slumps to the ground, dead. Congratulations! You killed the dragon! You killed the dragon! Oh boy, that's too chirpy. You killed the dragon! I lean back on the ground, gasping for air. Do none of you seriously know what a hydra is? Do none of you seriously know what a hydra is? The cave lights up with blazing hashtags. Hashtag Rift Boss. Hashtag Victory. Hashtag Too Many Heads. Hashtag Too Many Heads. Hashtag Too Many Heads. As the combat soundtrack suddenly flips to the triumphant music I heard at the end of the Long Arm quest. Victory! You eliminated the dragon that wouldn't die. Congratulations! Even the game show announcer needs a little hot tea. Ooh, you know you've been going for a while when you're running out of hot tea. Congratulations! You are the best in the world at murdering multi-headed menaces. Murder payday! 1,500 XP each. 1.5 million gold. 1.5 million gold. Ding. All players, Rift Cred. Plus 500. Dragon's Lair treasure! Exotic loot box. Times 5. Times 5. 60 minutes. Ding. Skin to win. Epic upgrade. 1 minute. Ding. Exotic heal potion. +1. Ding. Gold dragon tooth. +1. Ding. Trickster elixir. 2 of 5. 2 of 5. Quest prize! 2 heads are better than 1. All surviving players receive a free respawn. Valid for all players who survive the quest. Quest prize. Hydra, I hardly knew ya. All surviving party members receive Hydra skin armor, which activates if your health drops to 1%. Hydra skin armor will instantly revive you, remove all buffs, absorb all remainder damage, and bring your health to 10%. And bring your health to 10%. Your Get Out of Death Free card. Single use consumable. Unique badge unlocked. Dragon Slayer. Who's the apex predator now? Please flex responsibly. Plus 250 XP. Badge unlocked. I should retitle it. Badge unlocked. Against all odds. Against all odds. Despite losing half your party, you beat the odds and killed the boss. Plus 250 XP. Unique quest badge. Heads Hunter. Proving once again that multiple decapitations are a valid strat. Are a valid strat. Are a valid strat. As the surviving bros cheer, I see the loot added to my inventory. Under my shirt, a small green gem appears in the middle of my chest and starts lashing itself around my ribs with a series of tight steel bands. Hydra skin. Nice. 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 Thank you, Kay. I don't want to waste the Hydra skin's single use, so I guzzle down the exotic heal potion, which takes my health to full. Before the bros grab the rest of the treasure, I snatch one loot box for myself. And one for Pepper. I get a badge with a pair of dice. For against all odds, along with a badge that shows a dead dragon and another that shows a dead dragon and another that shows 7 Hydra heads. The only thing I don't get is the two heads free respawn. Those are player only. Still, that's some good loot. The bros who got killed by the Hydra suddenly bloop bloop SFX into the room and the celebration redoubles. The bros are going nuts. All right, bro. Epic W. I leveled up. Woo-hoo! Pile all those on top of each other. It's just noise. While they're all celebrating, I watch my hype score gain 100, then 500. While they're all celebrating, I watch my hype score gain 100, then 500 points. It's climbing. Not nearly as quick as I would like, but still, it's money in the bank. And I'm still alive. And I'm still alive. Empathy engine. Empathy engine. Suggested dialogue. That was totes lit, team. Can't wait to do it again with you guys. Say cheese. Say cheese while standing in front of the corpse for maximum team bonding. Remember, affirm. This is out of order. Allies kill. Counts. Decapitation technique. All right, dumb one last. Always dumb one last in comedy. Remember, affirm your allies' kill counts, decapitation technique, and fashion choices. Everyone loves positive vibes. Empathy engine. I'm not going to say these cheese ass lines. I'm not their Uber driver. But if I'm going to get a good rating with the if I'm going to get a good rating with these if I'm going to get a good rating from these knuckle dragging mouth breathers, I need them to remember they'd all be dead without me. I need them to remember they'd all be dead without me. I need them to remember they'd all be dead without me. I get up and walk into the circle, nodding and faking a smile. All right. Nice work. Good thing I was here to help. Good thing I was here to help you. Blah, blah, blah. Good thing I was here to help you. Good thing I was here to help you stop those heads from growing back. The celebration stops cold. Rosefus frowns. Why you gotta be costing me credits, Grandpa? Why you gotta be costing me credits, Grandpa? Brocodile snaps at me. I missed some. I missed some of the loot because of you, homo. What a fucking tool bag. What a fucking tool bag. I feel my ears turn red as steam comes out. Before I can say a word, they turn to pepper with a different tune. You're awesome, though. But you're awesome. You're awesome. No, we are not doing awesome. We are doing alpha for awesome. Which should be fire. So, as an old man, Gen X, you need to adjust the words you use normally. Slaps. Let's stick with slaps because most people are going to know that. You can't just throw awesome out there and expect it to work. Beep 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 beep. All right. I don't like it. Let's go certified peak. You're certified peak. You're certified peak. I love that. I love that cat dancing thing. Yeah, you can join our party anytime, Duck. So stupid they think it's a duck. Pepper blushes. Ah, thanks, guy. You're just aces. You mad, bro, jerks his chin at me. You mad, bro, jerks his chin at me. Just don't bring him next time, okay? He turns to the remaining bros. Okay, Mom, God! Yeah, I need to get it further away. Excuse me. Okay, Mom, God! You can only get screaming by screaming. Yeah, my mom's making me go to polo lessons. Like right now. I gotta bounce. See ya. See ya. GG. GG. Again, pile them, just noise. You mad bro winks out of existence, followed by the rest of the train wreck bros. With nothing left to film, the camera drones all take off, and in a few seconds, the cave is empty, except for Pepper, me, and the dead Hydra. Info dump, status rescinded. I watch all the weapons, armor, and gear disappear from my inventory. All that's left is the gear I started with and a dozen pieces of junk the bros didn't bother with. I've gone from pack mule to trash can. I've gone from pack mule to trash can. You have been removed from party Trainwreck Bros. Good riddance. The cave mouth creeps open and I see Anna S. is standing at the cave mouth with the WADs. Damn it! They beat us to it. Shit! They kick the dead dragon, cursing and bellyaching. Anna leans against the cave wall and lights a cigarette. Trainwreck bought the win. She turns to her team. You know how much they spent on that gear? You guys were the better team. Those clowns just had more coin. Still, you all leveled up. And we got some great loot. And we got some great loot along the way. Next time we team up, we'll kick their ass. We'll kick their asses. We'll kick their asses. Yeah, you got that right. One of them slaps Anna on the shoulder. Thanks for that voice comm relay thing you did. I don't know if we would have made it up here without it. I don't know if we would have made it here. I don't know if we would have made it up here without it. I don't know if we would have made it up here without it. She gives a casual salute and clicks her tongue. At your service, boys. At your service, boys. Call me when you want to go again. I'm always here for you. Thanks, Anna. Good job. One of them slaps her on the back. All right, slap her on the back. No, I slapped her on the shoulder. I don't want to do that again. Okay, slaps her on the shoulder. All right, get rid of the physical. All right, pile of voices. Thanks, Anna. Good job. GG. 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 Throw all those GGs together. Not all at once, just stagger them. As they wink out of existence, I see a notification flash over Anna's head. As they wink out of existence, I see a notification flash over Anna's head. You have received a recommendation from Party Weapons of Ass Destruction. That's really funny out loud. WAD. Rating 5 stars. Quote, review. Good coordination buffs. Good coordination buffs. Hashtag hot chick. VSC hype score. Plus 4,000 hype. Plus 4,000 hype. Oh, come on! I bark, frustrated. 5 stars? You lost! Did I? Did I? Did I? She blows neon green smoke. They had a good time. They had a good time. They leveled up and they got some swag. They had a good time. They had a good time. They leveled up and they got some swag. That's all they're after. That's all they're after. Fine. I bottle up my bitching. Who the hell is Gigi anyway? Who the hell is Gigi anyway? Gigi? Gigi? They said it 100 times. They said it 100 times at the end. G? Anna laughs. It means good game. You really are a fish. You really are a fish out of water. You really are a fish out of water, aren't you? You really are a fish out of water, aren't you, Disco Dave? You really are a fish out of water, aren't you, Disco Dave? I did pretty good. I did pretty good. I puff up my chest. My team won. My team won. And what did that get you? And what did that get you? And what did that get you? My HUD lights up. You have received a recommendation from Party Trainwreck Bros. Rating 1 star. Review douchebag. Duck good. Duck good. Duck good. Reputation -5. -5. VSC hype score -500 hype. You gotta be kidding me. I just lost 500 hype from one bad rating. These kids are idiots. Maybe don't tell them that? Maybe don't tell them that. No, I like that first one. Anna isn't paying attention to me. She's already scrolling through her new party invites. She lands on an offer she seems to like. Bingo. Well, adios, Triple D. Well, adios, Triple D. Nice meeting you. Pep, keep him in line, would you? I sure will. I sure will. I sure will. Anna, let's do her by name. It's more reinforcing. I sure will, Anna. And hey, if you see Hank the Tank, tell him I'm looking for him. 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 She accepts the invite and winks out in a flash of light. Oh, aren't they so fun? Oh, aren't they all so fun? Pepper smiles like a 5-year-old. And we beat the dragon. And we beat the dragon. And we beat the dragon. I hate to admit it, but that was kind of fun. I spot the 2 trickster elixir vials in my inventory. I spot the 2 trickster elixir vials in my inventory. Damn it. I forgot to ask her what the elixir does. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. I don't have time to finish the sentence. I don't have time to finish the sentence as the universe suddenly jerks sideways and my world suddenly becomes a million screens. Let's do suddenly once. It's bad form to use it twice. Let's use suddenly. Suddenly is one of those words that gets overused a lot. I don't have time to finish the sentence as the universe jerks sideways and my world suddenly becomes a million screens filled with a billion eyes watching me. Welcome to the Blap Blap Show. Welcome to the Blap Blap Show. Welcome to the Blap Blap Welcome to the Blap Blap Show. Welcome to the Blap Blap Show. You are live. You are live. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I guess that's where we're going. That's 2 chapters in one night. Started at Not quite 10 o'clock, 11:42. Ooh, 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 ooh. Takes time. Takes time. Save as 15. This is 14. Save project as DDD14. And off we go. Okay, only 30 chapters left to go. All right, I'm going to keep doing this live because it actually does help me. Like I said, I don't want to do this, but knowing that I'm responsible and showing up, even though nobody's watching, I get it, helps make me feel guilty for not doing it. And I respond great to guilt. So thank you very much for being here.